Joining us now to discuss the ongoing negotiations with Iran, Hooshang Amirahmadi, who is the president of the American Iranian Council and also a former Iranian presidential candidate. Mr. Amirahmadi, thank you for being with us. So let's talk about the ongoing nuclear talks. They took a break after today, but it's been reported that France wants more from Iran before it agrees to lifting UN sanctions. They want even more than the Obama administration wants, apparently. Is this a potential deal breaker, or are we just seeing posturing?
It's most likely is posturing. I think at the end of the day, I believe France is going to have to follow the U.S. I think the U.S. has put the sanctions in place, and now it's just amazing that the France is going to have to stay, on top of it. So I think it's just a posturing. I would say at some point in the future, they will also be accommodated.
Are there any other big sticking points that remain?
Yes, I think obviously it is. There's the one point is obviously how far in the very beginning they should go to relax sanctions. I think there has been all kinds of discussions. There are all kinds of sanctions imposed on Iran from the UN, the U.S., the executive U.S., and then the legislative
But
US.
Iran really cares about those UN sanctions.
That is, they really care about all sanctions. They care about UN sanctions because UN sanctions give legitimacy to other sanctions.
Right.
But in fact, Iran is hoping to get relief from particularly banking sanctions. Unless the banking sanctions is relieved, there is no relief for sanctions. That's the biggie.
There is also the problem of you have domestic hardliners both in Iran and here in the U.S. putting pressure on the deal on both sides. Who has a harder time selling any potential deal domestically, President Rouhani or President Obama?
I think President Obama. I think because in Iran you have a central figure called Ayatollah Khamenei who's on top, and everybody actually will listen to him in the last analysis.
And he's got to be supporting this, or Rouhani wouldn't have gotten this far.
Obviously he's supporting conditionally. That is, he is saying that it's okay if Mr. Rouhani, you can get me a good deal from the U.S., I have no problem, although I have my own doubts. So his support is conditional. If Mr. Rouhani comes out, with a good deal for Mr. Khamenei, then I think he will get the support. In the U.S., the situation is a bit different. I think it's unfortunate that the legislative and the executive here should be so divided. Although here even, I think in the last analysis, they will come together if the deal is quote-unquote sellable. That is to say, is a deal that would actually make Iran stay peaceful nuclear-wise.
So assuming there is a deal, would you expect these nuclear talks to lead to progress in other areas in the U.S.-Iranian relationship, either over the table or under the table?
It's already happening. In fact, the nuclear negotiation was just to focus on the nuclear. But the fact is that it's already gone beyond the nuclear. Just recently, the CIA did not include Iran and Hezbollah among the terrorist states, terrorist groups that actually will imminently threaten U.S. national security. It's a big move underground. And
done very quietly.
Very quietly. And beyond that, Iran is fighting ISIS in Iraq, and where the U.S. is also providing air support. So again, there are areas of cooperation, but in the last analysis, unless they really get this nuclear deal, everything else will fall apart.
Thank you. Hooshang Amirahmadi for your time.
My pleasure.